Hey everybody, Matt Drewette-Card here, Director of Curriculum Instruction Assessment for AOS 94 and MSAD 46. Today's tutorial or video is going to help walk you through how to upload an attachment to your growth plan. Not as complicated as it sounds. They lay it out pretty simply for you. So you can follow along here. And of course, being that this is a video, you can feel free to pause and rewind and fast forward at any time. So here we go. The first place to get started is, of course, the web page, effectiveeducators.com. This is the place where we get started for all of our iObservation work. I'm going to log in as the Moose Camp Moose, which is a fake Twitter, that too, fake, no, it's a real Twitter, a fake teacher account. And we're going to go in through there. So let's log into the Moose Camp Moose account, and there we are. You can see your home page. It should look similar to this with your alerts, observations, etc. To add an attachment to your growth plan, the first thing you do is come up to your drop-down menus. You'll see Home, Observations, Collaborate, Growth, Resource Libraries, and Reports. You're going to come to Growth, click on Growth as it opens up a couple of options, and you're going to go to Plans. You're going to click on Plans, and that's should bring up for you, if you've created and finished your deliberate practice plan or your growth plan, it should bring it up right here. And you should be able to see it, and you should be able to click on it, and you can, to what is called monitor your plan. So you can see how things are going so far. You could do this, by the way, at any time, and you should. You should be doing this regularly. But regardless, because what I can do here is I can see where I started from, where I'm at my goals. I can see evaluative reviews. I can see things like people have come and observed me. I can see this stuff, etc., where I'm currently at, etc. So I can see these things. But let's say I've just had an observation and my administrator and my evaluator has said, I'd like to see, can you please attach the goals and the lesson plan to your growth plan? And you say, okay, how do you do this? This is where we are. You open up your growth plan, and there are a couple ways to do this. It all depends on what you have and how you're doing it. So if you were, in order to attach something to your growth plan, you have to go back and remember what were your action steps for your plan. So not just what your goals were, but what did you plan to do then? You see, for this particular teacher, this teacher going to have the principals review action and have a peer conduct classroom observation focusing on my target elements. Right? So what I'm going to now do is, being the teacher, I'm going to pretend like I'm the Moose Camp Moose. I'm going to say, well, I want to add an attachment. I want to add a picture that I took during the day that's going to help. So this one is, I'm going to make sure it's in progress. And right here, I'm going to press Add Attachments. And this is just like any other attachments that we've done before. I'm going to choose the file, and I'm going to find a file here. I'm going to do this one. Picture of Johnny Carson as the Great Karnak. Why do I have that picture? I don't know, but I do. And there we go. And I'm going to make sure I add that attachment and then save it. And done. It's in there. I've now attached a folder. I've now attached a file. You can attach videos. You can attach pictures. You can attach documents. You can attach spreadsheets. You can attach folders. You can attach just about anything here. Another way to do it through this way is, actually it's not a different way, but let's just say you didn't have an actual document or a file, but you wanted to share a link. Like you're saving all your stuff in Google Forms, Google Drive, or you're using Seesaw. You have a presentation that you wanted to share. You took a video and uploaded it to YouTube, and you just want to share a link. Instead of sharing the documents themselves, you want to share a link. Here's how you would share a link. The first way is come up to the comments. And let's say you want to share, I engaged in Twitter, or here's my Google folder address is google.com/me/folder. This is a fake address, by the way. It won't work. And if it does, I don't know where it's going to take you. So there you go. Save it there. And it's now saved as a comment on that action plan. The other way to do it, and I scrolled over this quickly getting down to the action plan, but it's this other area. It's called a reflection log. And this is a great place for you once you're doing a lesson or if you're doing something towards your target element, towards your goal, and something worked, something didn't work, and you want to take a few moments and think about. Because remember, some of the most effective teaching and learning doesn't come from just improvisation. It comes from reflection on what worked and what didn't work. So I'm going to add a new entry, and it's going to ask you to choose which one of your target elements you're reflecting on. And I'm going to choose the first one, providing rigorous learning goals and performance scales. And then you can say, what am I learning about the strategy? How do I prepare my lessons differently now that I'm learning about this? What am I using? How am I tracking the impact I have on student learning? Any one of these places, but this one in particular might be the best place to save your link, to share your link about where your portfolio is or what is it that you wanted to share. So there are several ways of saving, attaching, and or linking evidence to your deliberate practice plan using iObservation, whether it's using on the action plan themselves, adding a comment, or adding it in directly through the reflection log. Sorry, my brain kind of went out there. So there are lots of different ways to do it, and it's not that hard, and hopefully you'll find that this tutorial was helpful. I hope it was helpful. Again, my name is Matt Drewette-Card, and if there's anything that I can do to support you in your efforts and your work on this stuff, please let me know. I'm always there. I'm always here to support, and I've always got your back. Take care.